Hello, I'm Constance Dyson, Program Director of SE Economics and host of the ETV Stock Market Program. Today we're coming to you from the University of South Carolina Moore School of Business. We would like to recap some of the concepts that we've talked about this year. Let's go see what we've learned. Today we're at Blaney Elementary in Kershaw County, catching up with some students to talk about human capital. What is human capital?
Learning about reading and social studies and science.
What is human capital?
Reading, science, learning, and math.
How are you going to invest in your human capital?
I'm gonna go to college to get a new job.
What is human capital?
Math, reading, and science.
How are you going to invest in your human capital?
Go to college so I can get a job and get money.
Human capital is all about investing in yourself, whether it be going to college, getting a better job, or anything that you are learning. It also could be about the stock market game. When you learn about the stock market game, you're also investing in your human capital. Today, we're going to try to learn about scarcity, and we're going to Hickory Grove Sharon Elementary School in York County to catch up with some kids to see what they think scarcity is.
Okay, earlier we talked about scarcity and how important it is to understand scarcity when you're thinking about having an economic way of thinking about things. So could you tell me, please, raise your hand if you'd like to tell me, what do you think scarcity is?
Scarcity means like there's not that many left of them. Like there could be a tin of DS and there's not that many left because a lot of people like them.
I think scarcity means when there's not much of something.
I think scarcity is when there is not much of that thing and there's only a little bit left of it.
I think scarcity where there's not very much of that thing left.
I think scarcity is when there isn't much of that thing left in the world.
Wow, those kids had some great ideas about scarcity. Scarcity is the condition of not having all the goods and services you want or need. Today we're going to talk about opportunity cost. We had a chance to sit down with Miss Eva Ruteri, an entrepreneurship teacher at West Ashley High School in Charleston, South Carolina, to let us know how important it is for students to know about opportunity costs.
Hi, I'm Eva Ruteri, and I am an entrepreneurship teacher in Career and Technology Program at West Ashley High School located in Charleston, South Carolina. I define opportunity cost as giving something up in order to obtain something. An example of opportunity cost, I share this with my entrepreneurship students actually, because we talk about what do they do after high school. Do they go to high school and work, or do they go to college? And those that decide after high school that they're going to go into the world of work, I will tell them that their opportunity cost, if they decide that they actually want to go to college, would be giving up their lost wages. And then I take a little bit of a step further. I will tell them that once they've got their college degree, over a lifetime, they will have made $1 million more than what they would have with just a high school education. It is important for them to understand opportunity cost so that they can make wise decisions in the future. I feel that students are faced with opportunity cost, and now in this economic recession that we're in, they're having to make big decisions and real decisions. As an example, after high school, can I really afford, to go to college? Where do I go? So these are real decisions that the students are actually having to make, and that's what we talk about in our classroom, real problems and real situations, and hopefully real solutions.
Thanks, Ms. Ruteri. Sounds like to me, whether you're in elementary, middle, or high school, every decision you make has to do with opportunity costs. So always consider it before you make those decisions. Today we're going to talk about wants and needs. So we headed to Ballantyne Elementary School to see how Dawn LaRosa is teaching her class about wants and needs.
Okay, boys and girls, in South Carolina history, we've been talking about economics, and we've been talking about different types of things that have been going on throughout history with the colony, exporting, importing, and now we're going to be talking about with the colonists needs and wants. Can anybody tell me what they think needs versus wants? What would those be?
Well, a need is like food, something that you really need, and a want is just something that you don't need, like you don't have to have, you just like, it's just cool and you don't have to have it. You should get your needs before you get your wants so you can save your money for what you need. A need is something that you need to survive, and a want is something that you just want for yourself, and it doesn't really have a purpose.
An example for a need is that you really need shelter, or you would just be wandering in the woods, or it would be raining and you wouldn't have any place to stay. And a want is just something that you something to keep you maybe not bored, or something like you could sing songs and not be bored. Just don't want. You just really just don't need it.
If I had a banana in this car right here, which would be a need and which would be a want?
Need would be the banana, and the want would be the car.
Okay, why would the banana be a need?
Because the banana is food, and you need that to survive.
Okay, and then why would the car be a want?
Well, it's a toy, so you don't really need it.
Okay.
Now let's hear from some students across South Carolina talk about their experience of playing the stock market game.
My name is Mimi Jaella, and I am in the 8th grade, and I go to the South Carolina School for the Deaf and Blind, and I'm also mainstreamed for one class at Gable Middle School. I think that if I just look at how they're doing, and that's how I pick the company. And if the company is doing good, then we'll go with that and then eventually sell it. Well, the skills I'd like to learn is, when I go on the computer, learning how to figure out the limit and not go over in investing. It teaches me how to manage money. Well, my name is Brandon Holst. I am in the 8th grade, and I go to the South Carolina School for the Deaf and Blind, and I am also mainstreamed at Gable Middle School. This will be my 3rd year playing the game. When I go up, I'm like, okay, let's go up more. Let's stay up high. And if it goes down, I'm losing my money. So I got to go ahead and sell it. You got to use your mind, manage the money. You got to use your strengths into playing the game.
My name is Lauren DeMarco. I'm a 5th grader at Christ Our King Stillwell School, and I played the stock market game. What I like about the stock market game is choosing the stocks and checking the rankings. How I choose my stocks is I choose everyday products I use. When I check my portfolio and a stock is going up, I get really excited and perked up. And when a stock is going down, I discuss with my team whether we want to sell it or not. In the future, I think the stock market game will help me because it will teach me to invest my money wisely.
My name is Caitlin Armstrong. I am a junior at Wando High School in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, and I played the Capitol Hill Challenge stock market game. We placed second in the nation in the Capitol Hill Challenge, and we won a free trip to Washington, D.C. because of it. It was really a big honor. We left for Washington one morning in June. I was accompanied by one of my teammates, Walker Prince, and our former assistant principal, Mr. Kim Wilson. We had a direct flight into Washington. It was great. And the best part about it was that we got to go and meet our senator, Senator Jim DeMint, who sponsored our game. So it was a great experience to be there, to be in Washington, to meet important people. And then we went to an awards reception where we were honored along with the first and third place team. First and foremost, the stock market game taught me teamwork. I had to work with two other people who I didn't always agree with, and we got pretty good at telling each other how stupid each other's ideas were, but we had to learn to work through that. But there were a lot of financial benefits from playing the stock market game, certainly to learn to invest in a volatile market like we had in the spring of 2010 that we're not going to have very often in life. It's going to be beneficial throughout the rest of our life. Stock market investing is one of those things that you have to experiment with. You can only learn so much about it from a textbook, and then you have to get out and try your hand. And we had someone giving us $200,000, even if it wasn't real money, to practice and to try our hand and experiment, make mistakes. And as it turned out, we made better choices than we did mistakes.
Now let's go catch up with one of our South Carolina young entrepreneurs, Elyse Delgado. Elyse is a senior at West Ashley High School in Charleston, South Carolina. Let's go see what Elyse has to say about her business.
My name's Elyse Delgado. I go to West Ashley High School. I am a senior, and the name of my business is Wildcat Cookbook. The Wildcat Cookbook is a cookbook of a whole bunch of recipes that I took from the teachers at the school. I sent out an email saying, I need a recipe, give me one of your best recipes, and I put it in the cookbook. And in the cookbook, as you can see the picture, you can see the ingredients, and you can see their name, where I got it from, the teachers on the bottom, from whom it's from. I created the Wildcat Cookbook because I used to go to a food and finance high school in New York, and I took culinary for 2 years. I took cooking my first year, baking and cooking my second year, and I was just in love and with food. But when I came here, I was like, I want to do more, and I created this cookbook because it is what I wanted to do to begin with, and I didn't want all the proceeds to go to me. I wanted the proceeds to go to something that I can help with, a cause. And there is a cause at West Ashley, and it's called the Food Pantry, and all my proceeds will go to the food pantry. It was great being your own boss. What I say goes. What I was going to put in the cookbook, it was my decision. Nobody can tell me, oh, you can't put this in the cookbook. That's why it's great being your own boss. The community's response to my cookbook was awesome. I got great feedback. More people wanted to buy it because it wasn't going straight to me. It was going to a fundraiser. It was going to a good cause. And they just thought that it was awesome that I was doing it for other people and not only for me. The advice that I would give to other entrepreneurs is take your time. Think before you do your plan. Make sure that what you want to do is what you want to do, that your heart is poured out into this. And if you don't like what you're going to do, then your heart is not fully in it and you won't like it.
Thanks, Elyse. Would you like to be one of our South Carolina young entrepreneurs? We'd love to hear from you. Well, that's all we have today. I'm Constance Dyson. See you next time.